following podcast is a production of the LAG Radio Network.
It's your boy ChiliCheeseJay, and you're listening to the LAG Radio Network, and this is the second Chillcast of 2019, where I'm on a roll of producing content after 3 months of hardly producing any, other than Petscop episodes. I am here with Zig on his second episode. What were you here for? Oh, we were here talking about Fallout. That's right.
Here we are again.
And that was post-beta, and a lot has happened since beta. The reaction to Fallout 76 has all taken place, the fallout, if you will, of Fallout 76. So, I guess what we're kind of going to do is kind of give our... Because at this point, we know what this game is, I think. I think so. I don't think when they unlock the vaults, I don't think any major changes that they're going to make is really going to change people's opinion of Fallout 76 at this juncture, I think. Everyone's made up their minds, and it is what it is. So I guess what we start with, I don't remember where we left off with the beta. I probably should have listened to that episode before I started this, just so I could get like a grasp on our thoughts going into the game actually being released. But we've both primarily played the game. I've played it a lot by myself, but we have played together and with your wife, and I think that's what a lot of people miss, is they don't have a team to roll with.
Right.
I think because you look at the map and it's a lot of one player just going around. It's rare that you get more than like a cluster of more than one person on a map consistently throughout a playthrough. I don't know why that is.
Unless you become wanted, and then you have the bounty hunters coming looking for you.
Yeah, I luckily have not become wanted since... No, I have. Oh, it's one since release, so it's twice I've become wanted. I don't remember what it was the second time. The first time I shot a shrub of someone's base.
Right.
And I was just trying to kill ghouls. I was trying to be helpful. So...
We had once where we were doing an event by a workshop, and we didn't even realize the workshop was there because it wasn't unlocked on the map yet. And I was spraying, and somehow I hit a piece of the workshop and I became wanted. And I wasn't even anywhere near it.
But it was owned then, had to have been owned.
I guess it was. I don't know. I didn't even look. So yeah, then I had 3 high-level guys come looking for me.
Oh, like the one time we took over the one in the ash heap?
Yeah,
and just the shit show occurred of... We had the players come in and help us defend it, and then I don't know what started the war between
Well, what happened
factions.
was they came in to help us clear the event, and then you started to run away, and they started stalking you, and I was following behind them. And the one rando, I guess you had shot him in the middle of the battle by accident.
Yeah, it was an accidental thing.
Yeah, so he was following you, and he came after you and started shooting you.
And then I killed him, because that was when I got my perk for kill another player in PvP. Yeah. It's the only time I've ever done
and
that.
then it just erupted after that.
And then there was some guy that had the marsupial perk, so he just kept jumping up and down and just scattershotting me with a weapon and finally killed me, and it just wasn't a fair fight because of that goddamn marsupial.
Yeah, and there was 4 of them versus basically 2 of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jen was just kind of running away.
I got fed up and I just went back and scrapped all my shit, and you carried on.
Yes.
Sawing them down with your 5mm weapons.
Yeah, eventually I went back with the mini nuke, and I scared... there was one of them left after I came back with the mini nuke. The other ones ran away, and I reclaimed the workshop, and I took out the last guy, and he decided not to come back.
Well, yeah, if you have a mini nuke. Well, you didn't have the mini nuke you have now, though, at that time.
No. That would have been a much different story.
Yeah. So, I don't even know what to... I can see how Fallout by yourself gets really fucking bored, because I've been bored playing by myself. I understand that it's a very empty game. It's a very broken game, as I've been playing it today, and it crashed at least 6 times. It froze up again well, it didn't freeze up. It did this glitch to where I can't move or do anything. I can click the VATS button, you can hear the VATS occur, and I can go into the menu, and I can fast travel, which I did, but still no movement was possible. So that was when I was like, okay, this means it's time to stop and start recording the podcast before it's 10 o'clock at night.
This game reminds me of one of the only other experiences I've had in gaming that I was so polarized in my feelings towards it, and that's Dark Souls. And it's because I'm
The first Dark Souls, you're saying?
the first Dark Souls, yeah. And I'm totally like obsessed with it, but at the same time, it infuriates me so much because of the glitches.
And you've lost weapons before and shit, I seem to recall. And
Right.
power armor, I haven't had any of that. Except for I had one piece of... My Tesla rifle disappeared. But luckily I got a different one pretty soon after that fact.
Yeah, the constant disconnects is a major problem right now, I think. Probably the biggest problem.
Especially when you're in the middle of an event.
Yeah.
Because I was doing the... Have you done the Heart of the Swamp? It needs to be done with more than one person, because it's like this giant... It looks like a Venus flytrap that's in the mire, and it's like the heart. I can't remember what the word is, but every time it like shoots out that poison breath, like the Scorch Beast crop dust us with.
Yeah.
It like brings on another horde of monsters. First time it's like a whole slew of Mirelurks. The second time, I think it was ghouls. And then I think the last one was a Grafton monster for me.
Ooh, nice.
But you have 10 minutes to do all of it. And each shot just takes a little tiny bit off of the heart. And then it'll close up and it'll swarm you with enemies, open back up, shoot it more. So that's the one I think that's going to need to be done with more than one person. But
Oh, that sounds fun.
I randomly came across it because I've been trying to discover all the places in the mire, because there's a lot more that I didn't realize were there, including a crashed
So you got
plane.
disconnected at the end of...
No, but what I was going to say was, if I would have like been real close to that and then got disconnected, I probably would have emailed Bethesda just the most hatred-filled thing ever.
I did something like that. I did a 40-minute power plant mission and got disconnected with 3 minutes left.
Those are the stupidest missions ever.
Yeah.
Because you have to do like, how many power plants are there? Are there 3?
Yeah, I think there's at least 3. There might be 4. But to get the fusion core generator, you have to do the power plant missions.
Then I since I've never done it, but yeah, we have all these little power tripwire boxes.
Yeah.
All across. Do you have to power up all 4 of those and then those are functional? I don't.
For what? For the mission?
No, I don't know. It's not even a mission, but there's one right by Newgad in that area where there's a workshop. There's like a box that has power. It would have power going to it, and it tells you have to get the power plant going.
That's for the workshop that's there.
That's all that is?
You can power up the fusion core generators from the power supplies that are there.
Waste of fucking time.
Or you can just build your own fusion core generator and connect it with a wire.
And that's the problem. So a lot of these events are just horseshit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really stupid in some cases, to be blunt about it. There's the ones that I enjoyed. The Heart of the Swamp was cool. What is it called? The one that something about something night. It's the one at the Sons of Dane compound where you play all the instruments and the
One Bloody Night or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That one's cool. I'm having problems.
There's like the messenger one that's everywhere and it's stupid.
The Enclave events are hot garbage for the most part.
I like the Brotherhood ones. The one where you got to power up the AA missile launchers. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah, the one outside of the compound.
There's a few of them, like at the fire bases.
The surface to air.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done that line in the sand. That's the one that's outside of the
Fort Defiance
mental asylum.
Yeah.
And that one's fun because it brings in, I think, like 2 Scorch Beasts, and it's just a good way to farm experience. And I should have planned more to talk about with this because there's just so much going on.
We have some notes.
We're going
to go through.
I wish I kept time of how long you've played this thing, because it has to be like
it does
150 hours.
If you look in the challenges, there's a challenge for playing for like 1 billion hours, and I think mine was like 152 or 160 hours already.
I need to look in
that.
Yeah, it's got to be, because over Christmas break when I had nothing to do, I probably put in 70 hours alone.
Right. Yeah.
And I put in so much time in the beta that when the game released, I got the perk for putting in 76 hours in like 3 days. So I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I played all of the betas except for 1 day.
Yeah, so we're both pretty far along in this. You're level 89 now? I'm 88.
Yeah, I'm 89.
Yeah.
Not that there's guys that are going around that are 200 and stuff, but
they're cheaters.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
That and the
Did you know there was a glitch where you could use the home defense perk and constantly repair something, and it would just level you up nonstop?
It's not surprising.
It's fixed now, but Yeah.
This game should have not been released this year or last year, I guess. They should have. The beta wasn't even a beta. It was a stress test of a broken game. That's all it was. But I think we talked about that in the beta episode.
We did. Yeah.
What I'm getting into now, when I discovered, I didn't realize that the handmade weapons were so valued by people until I started getting messages from random people saying, "Got any handmaids for sale on buying?" And I'm like, no. Why do you want handmaids? What's so great about handmaids? And it's because they're just a rare item.
Yeah.
Even though there is a spawn point for one now, but I've only come across it twice so far.
How do you feel about PvP now that we're into it about 88
I
levels?
don't utilize it. I would say 75% of people who are playing Fallout 76 don't engage in PvP.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless you run into some rando.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have it. That's the 25%. Yeah. But I've read things that they're going to try to do a straight PvP server and things like that.
It's going to be a separate game mode in the start menu.
Because all they have right now is the radio station you tune into. And
for the hunter.
Yeah, and it's not a good way to go about it.
My biggest thing is like we were playing that one day and they griefed my base. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
They completely leveled my base.
You and Jin were doing something. I go on the map and I'm like, there's a dude with a wanted 450 cap level on him inside your base. So he's probably destroying your base.
So I go back to my base and my base is leveled and the guy disconnects from the server. He's gone. So I can't seek revenge or anything and my base is just screwed pretty much.
Which I think I might know what he was talking about with a robot. There is a random right outside of the Charleston area, sometimes there's a random vendor bot that spawns there.
Oh,
that's the only thing I can think of. What he was
the traveling vendor?
One of them, yeah. But
he still spawns there because I've seen him there by my base.
I've never seen him, not once.
It's the super mutant one. He walks up and down that road.
I've only seen that guy one time.
I've seen him,
but apparently he's a guy you can buy the handmade plans off of too.
Oh, I've seen him probably about 4 times, and it's always around Charleston.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the plan that I have is, because I guess between the levels of 15 and 20, you can buy the handmade plans from Watoga vendor and the guy that's in Harper's Ferry.
Oh,
but it's only between the levels of 15 and 20. So what I was going to do is I was going to get my other characters at like 8. I was going to get it up to 15, try to get the 1,200 caps, because it's like 630 something without the hard bargain perk, I think.
Oh.
And then I would just buy them and then give them to you, and then I'd go back to my regular character and you just give me one of them back.
That's good.
So that way we both have the handmade plans. So.
Nice.
Because now I want to find out. It doesn't really look like you can do much with the handmaids though. I think like when you build them, it tops out at level 45 and it's like 76 damage.
Yeah, most of the mods or most of the weapons when you craft, they top out at 45 or 50.
Yeah, but I guess it's the aesthetic of the way it looks. It looks like
a AK.
Yeah, it was the Free Staters made them, I think. Yeah, I think that's the thing, the Free States, because that's where I guess you can find them in the bunkers where the Free Staters hid.
Oh yeah, there's
sometimes.
all kinds of bunkers. I don't even think I found all of them. I'd have finished all the Free States stuff.
I think I found the last one. There was one, I think it was called Abandoned Bunker or something.
Yeah.
That didn't really have anything in it at all.
They're good for scrap, though.
Yeah, they are. Holy crap. Yeah, that's how I helped to amass, like, I think I at one point had 17 bulk steel. But that shit goes fast when you're making ammo, though, so.
Yeah. Back to PvP, as like one thing that we found out what you can do is just block everybody on the entire server, and then nobody can see you on the map, so you don't have to worry about the players that are just griefing.
Yeah.
So that's what me and Jen do now.
The only time, like it happened today when I was trying to do all the farming for legendary weapons at White Springs, I'm like, on alert for these high level ghouls that are going to just speed at you. And I'm inside the resort, the clubhouse, I should say. And I turn a corner and see something, so I just shoot it. And it's a guy in power armor. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, give him the heart sign.
I turned on pacifist mode.
I need to do that. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that.
Because like when I'm in White Springs, I'm just like spraying everywhere.
Yeah, you use automatic weapons, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big guns. Well, and my minigun has explosive rounds on it, too. So.
And I guess we can talk about, since you launched a nuke 2 days before, and then I did it with you on, what was it, Saturday? Was it Saturday? I didn't work Saturday. It was apparently there was some glitch to where there were no enemies in the final portion of the
The very last
it.
room where there was supposed to be the most enemies, there was like
None. There was none.
No, I killed 2.
Oh,
I killed one Protectron, and I killed 2 of those little iBots, and that was it.
But even before then, it's a shit show of just Assaultrons. I mean, it's insane. But between me having the Enforcer perk when I can cripple the bastards, and then you having the big guns that just take them out.
Yeah, we mowed through it.
Yeah, it wasn't very difficult for us.
Yeah, the first time around, I played with somebody, and they just used melee, and we didn't have any of the hacking perks or anything, so it was all turrets all the time.
Yeah.
And so it was...
Getting rid of the turrets was huge.
I think I went through 5,000 rounds of ammo.
And like all the turrets are laser turrets too in that place, in the silos.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty jacked up when it comes to electric defense though, so...
Yeah.
Because I try to have my regular armor pretty equal between regular damage, nuclear protection, and energy protection. Because I don't run around in a power armor constantly like you do.
Yeah.
That's why I have 1,700 fusion cores, and it's taking up all my weight.
Like crazy.
Which the other day when I was doing all the Scorch Beast Queen stuff, I went through fusion cores like nothing. Because you're running constantly.
I'll go through like 5 fusion cores in one play session, usually. Which is insane. But I don't have any of the perks to reduce the usage.
Neither do I. Where am I going to put them? That's like what you were saying earlier. We need to be able to up the levels of special so we can use more perk cards because it's so limited and you have to switch things out all the time. Even though the mod, like I was saying, the mods for the PC, some guy made a mod to where you can have what's the word I'm looking for? Presets.
Yeah, preset layouts of your cards.
Yeah, so you don't have to. So you can just click that preset. And that's what they need to do with the fucking power armor too. So I have to cycle through all of my 4 power armor chassis before a nuke drops, so I can get there and see the nuke happen because it's fun watching the nuke land.
Right. I only carry 2 at a time. I have 4, but I carry 2. I carry my excavator, so I can bulk up and carry a lot of weight, and then I have my Exo-1 for when shit goes down.
I need the Nuka-Cola one that I have is useless, but it looks cool.
Is that the 45 or
45? Yeah. I know I went through hell and back to get that power armor paint, so I can't just get rid of it.
Yeah, at some point I'm going to go through and try to get all the power armors, but because I've got the weight reduction perk for the power armors, so they weigh like 50% less.
So it's like 5 for per chassis.
Yeah, but it's not really. I don't know. So I don't know if it's really worth it.
If you have 4 chassis like I do, then it probably would be.
Yeah.
Because that's, 20 extra weight.
Yeah.
And that's a rifle. That's a fucking handmade.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate that those things weigh so much. It's stupid.
I'm surprised they haven't added the perk for reducing rifle weight.
I know. And they were supposed
They have it for everything else except for rifles, I think. Because they have it for shotgun, big guns.
Yeah, it's not for rifles.
Pistols.
That makes no sense. But that's, I mean, a lot of function or lack of functionality in Fallout 76 doesn't make a lot of sense. So, because I primarily use rifles, but it's weird. The Nocturnal weighs 7 pounds. The handmade weighs 22. What's that all about? I mean, the Nocturnal is fucking huge. And I found another one today, but I got rid of them both when I found my 2-shot black powder rifle because it does more than twice the damage that the Nocturnal does. Not Nocturnal, but the Dragon.
Well, the Nocturnal's the legendary version of the Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I gave you?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
I scrapped it. Or sold it. You have to sell it. You can't scrap legendaries, that's right. Which is stupid.
I wish you could, lock things in your inventory so you can't sell it.
On the mod, that's one of the things they did.
Right.
Yeah. So
but your armor and stuff like that. Because, when you're in power armor, it takes off all your regular armor. So you can't see what you're actually wearing.
Yeah.
So if you go into a shop in your power armor, and you can accidentally sell your shit if you're not careful.
Which I've done numerous times.
Yeah.
We'll have to watch the video for all the mods they put on the PC because the ones they did for the in menu things are amazing. It shows you weight for each category. So you know how much weight is in each category and what food's weighing. It's spectacular. But we have the Xbox One version, which no mods. So, but eventually they will be on there. But
So now that we're
can
like
use them
kind of
now.
endgame, how do you feel about the quest lines?
Dumb.
Yep, I've finished most of them except for I haven't finished Brotherhood yet. And you said that's probably the best one, right?
Brotherhood was probably the best one because that's when you figure out. I don't want to spoil this thing for you though, because you haven't been down in the what the hell is it called? It's in the furthest southeastern corner of the Cranberry Bog, where you go underground, where they've been doing all the experiments with ultrasight.
Oh, the glass cavern or whatever.
Something like that.
I haven't been in there. I have it marked on my map because I did the Cranberry.
I mean, it's
Bog.
not much of a spoiler, but
Yeah.
that they created the Scorch Beast.
Oh,
That's where that came, because that ends with the Scorch Beast coming out of the ground underground.
nice. Oh, you told me that before.
Yeah, because I ran. Because it's like close quarter Scorch Beast when
I'm
I was
gonna be
still
lighting
like,
it up. It can't get away from when it's underground for me.
yeah, and I can just cripple the fucker now.
Yeah.
Which I did. I found a level 91 albino Deathclaw triple star legendary and got him by all the sentry bots, crippled it, and that was done. It just kept
Right.
it kept trying to get up and flailing, and it just sat there till it
that's
died.
I think the saddest part is like when you shoot all the robots' arms and legs off.
Yeah, and they're like
Just
trying to just crawl,
Yes.
especially the Protectrons. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed kind of in the quest lines. Like,
again,
the stories
yeah.
are very interesting, I think, but just the execution of the quests are just,
It's fetching.
it's boring. It's fetch quest, switch a button, kill an enemy.
Yeah.
Those are all quests.
Like the Enclave one, I was psyched. I'm like, we're gonna get into that White Springs bunker. It's gonna be badass. And it's like, go do this, come back. Go do this, come back. Go do this, come
Yeah.
back. Go do this, come back. All right, now you have to find all the silo codes. Go find the silo code. Come back. Go find this silo code. I mean, it's just stupid.
yeah, that's
But luckily, we have the ability to just find out the nuke codes for the week without doing all that bullshit.
I wanted to talk about that too. The nuke codes. What the fuck?
Yeah,
With the decrypting? Okay, the first time I did the nuke silo, I got all the alpha codes when we were playing together. And then the next day they all reset and I lost them all.
yeah, which is what happened to me. It's stupid.
And then the next day I got them all back again. And me and Josh tried to do the silo. We get to the very end of the silo and to decrypt it, and I was like, I have no idea how to decrypt these codes.
Yeah.
And so he waited in the nuke silo while I went back to the Enclave bunker to try to get the extra key code thing that the Enclave project on their boards,
Yeah.
And it was only 2 letters.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm like, there's no way I can use this to decrypt this convoluted way to decrypt these codes, even though I have all the silo codes. It was just a mess. So and then I was like, Google. And we Googled it, and I found the code, and I didn't even need any of the key cards I had.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job of explaining that when you that the codes last a week. I'm assuming when you get them, they last a week. No,
Right,
it's
that's
on
what I
their
thought.
schedule.
Yeah, it's on Monday. It's like Mondays sometime during Monday when they reset.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job of explaining that.
I don't think they did a good job explaining the decryption process either, because you have to
No.
like write down all the letters and numbers, and then you have to do like a code cipher thing. Like it's like a basic programming code cipher, but it's like they don't explain how to do it at
No.
all.
They did say that they were going to make nuking really hard to do.
Right.
Which is kind of stupid because no one's nuking just random shit.
Right.
Because you don't want to waste your nuke.
And you have to go through and find all the nuke key cards. It's
Yeah.
like after you have all the key cards, you should just be able to put them in the computer, and then it generates the
So do we have to
decryption
find-
process for you.
Did you have to find a new key card to get into the silo after you did it the first time, or do you still hold on to that ID key card? The one you had to kill the cargo bot for.
Yeah, it uses up your nuclear key card.
So if we wanted to launch a nuke, we'd have to go and do that again.
I actually have 2. I got 2. Jen gave me hers, and Josh gave me. He had like an extra one, so he gave me an extra one. So I had 3. So that's why I was able to do once, and then once with you, and I still have one. So I can
Yeah,
technically
that's-
do it again.
People drop nukes so often, it's like, we've got the achievement.
Right.
We completed the quest.
But the only other thing too is like those are a one-shot deal. If you type in the code wrong, I think it just kills your key card.
Yeah.
So if you do all that work and then accidentally punch in the wrong number in the keypad, you're toast.
God.
And you just rage quit and break your TV.
Yeah, if I had this game to play all by myself, there's no way I would have made it this far. Because I'm not clever enough to cheat, especially on the Xbox version. and not even I wouldn't want to anyway.
Right, that's how I am. It's like I've read about the exploits and stuff, but it's like, what's the fun in playing if you're just
exactly.
dupe 1,000 bobbleheads and just one shot kill everybody?
I have no interest in finding the dev room or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
People are like glitching into vaults and stuff and already searching through vaults. It's like, that's like content that I paid for,
right,
that I'm just going to wait to actually experience it. Why would I cheat and get in there and be like, oh, well, there goes that.
Has there been any indication of what's in any of the vaults?
You can watch videos online of them.
Really?
Yeah, people like glitched into the vault somehow, and we're like exploring. I don't know if they're all, because I didn't watch the videos.
Right.
Because I was like, I that's something I want to see myself.
Well, we did find the one vault entrance that looked like the plants, or you found it and then you showed me.
Yeah, which then when you find random notes, it pretty much hints at the fact that the experiments happening in that vault were why the mire is the way it is.
Is all the vines and everything. That's cool. It's kind of like New Vegas with the Vault 21, I think it was.
So we'll like get some more backstory behind the mire when we get into that vault. But I and I guess there is a random NPC in the dev room.
Wooby.
Yeah, and it's like at this point, if they add in NPCs, what is that really going to do now? I don't.
They could make vaults with NPCs in them, because they technically wouldn't be out after. I mean, they wouldn't be out before Vault 76.
Yeah.
So there could be NPCs in vaults, but at this point they've already said they're not adding NPCs. So
did they react to the whole finding the NPC in the dev room?
It's not as far as I know.
Because I don't know. It's obvious they're listening to everybody's complaints, and. Because I don't even know. I don't think
it would break any story if they did add a vault with NPCs. I think it would be fine.
I think it would work. I mean, maybe they already had plans to have bots in the vaults, and they can just replace the bots with actual NPCs.
Or just make the NPCs so you can't kill them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Because like in the other games, they just had them fall over and they become unconscious.
Yeah. which in ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, you can't do anything to NPCs.
Yeah.
They're indestructible.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah, it's like that's what I don't get about.
I want a good story. I don't want to listen to holotapes for every single thing I want.
ESO was perfect when it came to having NPCs and stuff like that. It worked really well. I don't know why with Fallout 76 they were like, we can't have NPCs.
So, going on that further, how do you feel about learning all the story through notes and holotapes?
I haven't minded it, because that's like what I do when I play by myself, is I actually like read through the shit.
See, I listen to the holotapes, but I completely skip the computers and the notes and everything. Just because I'm like in the mode where I just want to play and I don't want to read 9,000 pages of emails.
I like the lore, so
I like some. I've read a little bit of it, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just hurry through it most of the time.
Yeah.
In this one, whereas the other ones, I would kind of sit and
have a story already going on.
Right, there's a story, and then the notes and everything just add to that story.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's like you only get the story if you read it.
We were in the vaults already in Fallout 4, 3, and beyond, so...
Right.
Yeah, because that's like where you would go to read all the terminals, because that's how you figured out, why is everyone dead in this vault?
Right.
What happened
Well, part
here?
of it, too, is like when you're exploring, you always have that feeling like a rando is going to show up behind you while you're reading a note.
Yeah. or something's just going to spawn in.
Or the enemies will respawn because somebody new comes into the area.
Yeah.
And then you're just,
sitting duck.
Yeah. So I kind of hurry through that kind of stuff. The holotapes, they should add more holotapes.
Yeah.
I think.
Like, what the hell? They did it great in the beginning with the responders when you found all the survivor stories and stuff.
Yeah,
it was really
cool.
promising how they went about that, and then that just falls off completely.
Have you found all the Overseers notes?
I don't think so. I still have the
quest.
So do I, but there's like no map
I have like
marker.
900 holotapes for the Overseers quest.
There's no map marker anymore for me.
I don't have one either.
I need to look into that. Man, my throat's fucked.
But I was still finding Overseer holotapes, even though I didn't have any map markers. So I think it's just you just got to collect them all, I guess.
I don't know. I've been to so many places you would think I would have found them all already.
Yeah, I think you've probably covered a lot more of the map than I have.
Yeah, because I've intentionally been trying to discover everything the past week.
Yeah, there's still. That's one thing that I do like about it is the map is huge.
Yeah, but it's just disappointing. When you find today I found Moss Town in the mire, and I was like, ooh, Moss Town, that sounds cool. I didn't get to explore it because a Scorch Bee showed up. Blah 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 blah. But I can tell it's like there's gonna be nothing there.
No.
It just the aesthetic of the place looks cool, but I guarantee you, like, there's nothing actually to find. That's just the way it
Good for
goes.
photo
That's
mode,
the
though.
way it goes.
Photo mode's like one of the best parts of the game.
It is until I found out that I had reached my limit when I was launching the nuke.
I took a picture and I posted it on the community feed so you can see us standing by the nuke.
Saw it on my phone when I was going through
Right.
that. And it just made me disappointed that I couldn't get the picture because fucking photo mode. I was full of pictures because if you look at all my pictures, it's very touristy. My favorite one so far is the Robco one. I don't know why. I really
still haven't
enjoy
been
that.
to Robco.
It's just a bunch of robots.
I know.
Actually, no, I take that back. What was I fighting in the Robco factory? I don't think it. No, it was Super Mutants. That's what I was fighting in the Robco factory. But that Mayor for a Day quest just went away. So I got to go back and re-trigger all that stuff. So isn't
that a daily?
It probably is.
Yeah.
It's probably a daily like the what's the other really lengthy daily one? Oh, it's the last one for the Brotherhood. And after you what is? It's been so long now. I don't remember. But the last portion. What is it? I'd have to look. But it's not. It's kind of just add on to the end of the Brotherhood quest line. It just triggers that daily event. But it's a pain in the ass to get through. It's a lot of work. But I don't remember if I got anything from it or not. It was obviously unmemorable. So
How do you feel about looting? See, because I have my problems with it.
At first it was fun, and now it's just all inventory management.
Yeah.
That's all it is now. So
I'm really disappointed in the legendary drops from.
They suck.
Yes.
I played all day today trying to farm legendaries, and the only one I got worth a damn was the 2-shot black powder rifle. And that's not even that great when you think about it. It's 2-shot, but it's 1 shot at a time, reload.
Yeah.
But it'll still fucking take out a Deathclaw in 1 shot. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm pretty psyched about that. So I can go kill that
My thing is
fucker.
the Scorch Beasts don't give you shit.
I got pretty good shit from the Scorch Beast.
Every regular Scorch Beast I've killed hasn't given me a legendary.
Yeah, it's usually I get ammo, and I always get armor. It seems
the first time I killed the Scorch Beast Queen, golf club. Got the golf club. I got a legendary golf club, and it was just awful, and I was so disappointed. Killing the hardest enemy in the game gives you a golf club.
I got quite a bit, but it was one of those things to where everybody just goes to the Watoga.
Right, and they just
just sell it all.
One thing I found is a lot of the armor I get too is leather armor.
I get a lot of leather armor,
legendary leather armor, and I get a lot of low level melee legendaries.
I get a lot of the robot armor for some reason.
Yeah, that too.
And it's just it's all 21 damage.
And the robot armor's not good.
No, it's not. And it weighs too much too. I wish I could find some good armor of the what is it? It's not lightweight. It says something, calls it something specific, almost weightless or something.
You're talking about scout armor?
No, it's just a random legendary armor that's it just weighs a pound.
Oh,
I think it's weightless.
Yeah,
something.
Weightless.
Yeah, but it's always garbage.
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything. I mean,
I've had a lot of luck with
so.
legendary armor. I've had really good luck with legendary armor, but the weapons just not so much.
I've just made my own armor because everything's deep pocketed now.
Oh,
so I can carry more.
You can mod the legendary. I found
I know, but still,
the legendary. I have a level 3. Not level 3. It's a 3-star legendary level 50 piece of leather armor, but it's got weight reduction for all the meds and chems and food and everything. It reduces the weight of food, chems, and water and stuff like that by
That'd be handy.
30%. It's and that's just one of the 3 stars on it.
And I use a lot of perk cards for shit like that.
I have 2 pieces of armor with that on it.
I need to find some of that shit.
It's good. So I've had luck with that, but just not weapons.
Yeah, and I watch the videos of people finding these awesome legendary weapons, and I'm like, I guess it's the level 200 people that have just been farming for their entire game. So yeah. But once I did find that farming location where you hop up on that little ledge and you can just kill the ghouls, there was in and out, just guys coming in and helping and stuff. So it is probably the best spot to farm in the game.
Are they just regular ghouls or glowing ones, or
at that spot when it's not nuked? It's just usually high level charred ghouls. What's the other one? diseased. It's all like level 45 and up. But there's always either one bloated glowing one or a Wendigo that comes with them at the end.
Oh.
And they'll usually drop. The Wendigo is the one that dropped the 2-shot black powder rifle for me. The bloated glowing ones never drop shit. Even if they're fucking 3-star legendaries.
I don't know. We had some good luck the other night. Me and Jen did, after you got off.
Oh, it's the horde of the bloated ones?
Yeah. We were like, okay, well, let's go back to the train station now. And I turn around, and there's a guy just running as fast as he can, and there's a whole army of bloated glowing ones chasing him across the golf course.
That's White Springs post-nuke.
Yes.
And when they nerfed the experience, they fucking nerfed it. They went from like almost 500 a pop sometimes when you had your well-rested perk.
I had some points where I was getting like over 700.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
And now it's like 150.
Yeah.
It's like not much more than a level 64 charred ghoul.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but at the same time, there's so many of them.
It's the same as the Scorch Beast Queen.
Yeah.
You don't get shit for any of the Scorch Beasts.
And like the experience for the Scorch Beast Queen is even like 500.
Yeah.
It isn't even that much, really.
I don't even think it's that much. But
that's probably because like, you know, you're clearly going to be going up against it with like 7 other people.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're earning like a huge reward.
Well, even the regular ones, though. I mean, the ones you just randomly encounter, like they don't give you much.
And I just usually don't even fuck with them anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's just, what's the point? It's just they're just gonna break my armor.
Yeah.
Because they always come across when I got no power armor on me.
Oh.
It's just random shit.
I thought about like maybe starting another character and doing a no power armor build, doing like a critical type build with snipers and stuff like that.
That's pretty much what I am at this
yeah.
point. So,
because I kind of like, I don't know, it'd be fun to like try to do a different build, but I don't think I could do it at this point with all my perks that I've got right now.
yeah, you'd be going in a way different direction. And you'd be, because I mean, it's a lot harder to level up now, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
For those listening, I've done pretty much a big guns build with power armor. So all my perks are in strength and making my big guns as strong as possible.
And all mine are in agility and luck.
Right.
But when I get criticals, shit.
Woo!
And I get a critical for every 3 shots in VATS. Sometimes it's 2 shots for some weird reason. I need to get the 3rd star on there, but I can't. I don't want to switch around all the special numbers anymore. I like them where they're at, but I still want more luck.
I just pick perk cards now and I've got like 1 charisma and 2 endurance, and everything else is luck, strength, and agility basically, and perception, a little bit of perception.
Something I was thinking about while I was farming today is like, the fact that I have so much luck should increase the number of legendary weapons that drop, and it doesn't.
It doesn't. They don't affect anything. I don't understand what the perks, like when you get +1 strength from a bobblehead or something, like what does that even do?
It ups your carry weight.
Well, what about perception?
I have no idea. No idea.
It's like in other games it actually did something in the game, whereas I don't know how
I mean, it could offset if you're like wearing a helmet. It would offset one of those.
I guess perception would give you better accuracy or something.
Yeah, it's a VATS thing probably.
Yeah,
and a distance probably too, range I imagine.
Yeah, my problem is like I have this glitch in VATS where my screen just constantly glitches out and I can't move or do anything. You've got that one?
Oh yeah, that's just that's one of the bugs in the game that should have been fixed.
It seems like it triggers a lot when I use my minigun or when I use one of my other guns. It's an assault rifle.
But it always seems to click off when that enemy dies.
Yeah, if you can kill the enemy while you're glitching out, then it goes away. Yeah.
Sometimes I just go into my Pip-Boy out, and sometimes that'll get rid of it.
I've got this really weird one too. It's where it's like only glowing wolves, their bodies will stretch like way into the air, and I won't be able to target them. And like on everybody else's screen, they look normal. Like on Jen's screen.
Yeah, I remember because he told me
I was like, he's gonna kill me. It's because I can't target him. He's stretched way up into the sky, and like when I VATS him, I VATS way up into the sky, and I can't shoot him or anything. And then he just murders me because I can't see him on my screen. That's bizarre. Yeah.
Because usually things don't glitch out like that when they're live. Usually it's after you kill them.
I don't know what it is.
The long necks go up and stuff. And
yeah, I got a few screenshots of that.
Yeah. It just pisses me off that Bethesda's so worried about nerfing shit that they aren't fixing things like that.
Well, I think they are. I was reading before I came here about the end of January fix, and supposedly they're fixing like 160 plus bugs in the next update.
Well, the last one was a pretty big number too,
Right.
but I really didn't notice a whole lot of difference, to be honest with you. Actually, my game crashes more than ever now.
Does it?
Yeah. Today was the worst day yet.
Oh.
It was bad today. I don't know why I kept
It
playing.
seemed
It's
like
because
it-
I was farming legendaries, so I kept coming back.
For me, I think I've not gotten disconnected as much, but
My shit freezes up. That's my thing.
But I've noticed other bugs, new bugs. Like when I craft ammo, like I'll have enough scrap in my inventory to craft, and it won't let me craft. It's like I don't have enough, but it shows that I do have enough.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, like I'll have enough lead, I'll have enough steel, I'll have enough gunpowder, and it'll show like highlighted in the column like I can craft
Yeah.
it. I click on it, it won't do it.
And you don't have to be near the stash box
Right.
anymore to do all that shit
Right.
like you had to before.
Yeah, it's like it's a new bug since the update.
I'll keep that in mind because I need to make ammo like a motherfucker after today because I need more shotgun shells.
And it seems to be like if it's one or two numbers off of like the amount that it needs, then it'll work. But if it's like the exact amount it needs, it won't work.
Yeah, we
Just
like
another
as much
random
as we
bugs.
played, and I have enjoyed playing it. It's just nothing but it's hard not to just bitch about it constantly because it's a fucking broken game.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy like the first day of classes when we were introducing ourselves to the students. I was wearing my Fallout 76 shirt, and the student's like, "I got a question for you," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you actually enjoy Fallout 76?" And I was like, "First day of classes, this is like what I
Right.
get." And I told him, I was like, "Yeah, but that's because I've been playing with people a lot of the time, so
Yeah.
that makes it more enjoyable because it's just different. We can like share things, and if you need, because you use the big guns, and I always have 5mm on me from just randomly going around doing shit, and goddamn, I need shotgun shells so bad right now.
I'll give you some.
I need to just, because I've been doing nothing but farming legendary weapons, so I've just blown through my ammo. Whereas before I would go and get like plastic and all this shit so I can make more, or go find some ammo. But no, so that's why I went to my Gauss rifle today finally, because like I've never used this Gauss rifle. It's been sitting in my box forever. If I was going to use it for anything,
Well, you know what I
it'd be to
got
kill
when
these
I was
ghouls.
when we were farming White Springs. I got a legendary pipe rifle that used 38 ammo, but it's like for a 38, it's pretty badass.
Yeah,
It's like a level 50 pipe rifle.
and you find a lot of 38.
And I have like 3,000 rounds of 38 ammo, so I'm going to use that when I'm
might
just
as well.
hunting, scouting around, looting and stuff. And so I'll save my good ammo for when I actually need it.
Yeah, whereas I'm using all my Gauss rifle ammo. But again, the Gauss rifles, it's great, but it's just not functional because it weighs so fucking much, and the ammo weighs so.
I haven't
fucking
even
much.
used one. I've got a couple of them, and I just immediately scrap them.
Yeah, it's for this game. I mean, if you had a Gauss rifle in Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, it's spectacular.
Yeah.
But for this game,
I just hate energy weapons in general.
yeah, but this is a powerful fucking energy
Yeah.
weapon. I mean, mine does like 300 damage.
Does it disintegrate them? That's the one thing that I liked about the energy weapons, is when it disintegrates them.
No, the Tesla rifle does though. But when it disintegrates them, you can't loot them.
You can't loot the bash pile?
No, it goes. It goes away for me anyway.
Yeah, I had that happen when we were at White Springs. Like, bodies would just randomly disappear. I was like, I killed like 3 legendaries, and their bodies just... boop.
Yeah, I think that's when a lot of people are around spawning in enemies over and over again.
Yeah.
That kind of cleans that out, because that happened to me a few times today. But I try to loot as I go.
One thing that I found that I was kind of surprised about is I've played all the Fallout games, and Jen has never played a Fallout game, and she actually likes this Fallout game, which is very surprising.
It's bizarre. This is a horrible game to introduce someone to Fallout to.
Yeah, she's never played a Fallout game before, and
But she likes playing online.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like other people though.
Well, I know, but like in the sense that she likes Minecraft, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To
She
where
likes building the base stuff. She likes farming the stuff. How limited it is, but
Yeah.
I've come home from work and she's like, "Oh, I was playing Fallout today." I was like, "You're playing by yourself?" That's weird, because it's something I wouldn't expect.
Yeah,
But
it's that
but
is
she
a
likes
bizarre
it.
thing because
She likes it with some degree of I don't know. She hates the bugs, but she still likes it. I think that's everybody's experience with Fallout 76. Though.
Well, you'll get some people that are just like, this game is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's a piece of shit. It's good in theory, but that's in theory.
I think in
practice,
I think in
it's
6
not
months
working.
from now, it's going to be much better.
I hope so, because you know what comes out this year? Other Worlds. once Otherworlds comes out, I ain't gonna fucking think about Fallout 76. Because that's the Fallout game I want. Because Bethesda was like, hey, Obsidian, you can just go away. And Obsidian's like, oh, okay, we can just go away? We'll fucking kick your ass now. Because fuck, that game looks amazing. The graphics are just, ugh. You'll watch that trailer and then go back to Fallout 76 and you're like, what happened? Fallout 76 looks like shit. And then Bethesda's like, we're going to use the same engine for Elder Scrolls 5. And everyone's like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Right.
I know it works and I know it's easy to work with, but for God's sakes, at some point, it's just, you got to move forward. I mean, it's the Nintendo problem. Nintendo took way too long moving into the future. Bethesda's now having that issue.
Yeah.
Nintendo's still having that issue because they still can't get their online functionality right. They can't even have a fucking headset to use. You gotta fucking plug a headset into your phone, use their app. It's like, Jesus Christ, Nintendo. Get your shit together. I love you, but get your shit together. Not that any game they have on there I would play online, so.
How do you feel about like future updates and like what to expect?
I don't know, because every time they update something, it fucks something else up.
I mean the content, not just like...
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to the vaults.
Yes.
Other than that, I don't know what else is out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. It's really. I don't know. I wonder what they have planned.
Because right now they've banned so many players because of exploiting this game and doing the
duping.
The duping is a huge fucking problem.
Yeah.
They're selling shit on eBay. You can go on eBay and buy Fallout weapons. It's like
for real money.
People are like spending like $70.
That's insane.
On weapons in a game that is broken. Just to have them. What are they doing with these fucking weapons?
PvP. Getting ready for PvP mode.
I guess.
I could care less.
Well, they're going to get banned if they keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess selling on eBay, there's nothing Bethesda can do about that. I mean, it's the duping that's the problem. And I'm not smart enough to dupe weapons, so I don't even know how it works.
Yeah. I kind of read a little bit about it just because I was curious, because we ran into a duper. Well, he wasn't a duper, but he had a bunch of dupe stuff that he got from a friend of his that was a duper.
Was he just hanging out in like one of the train stations?
No.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that before too.
It's no, it's like, you're sketchy.
So this random guy, I was playing by myself one day, and this random guy messaged me, said, "You want to team up so I can fast travel you?" And I was like, oh, "Okay, whatever. I'm playing by myself. I'll just play with this Brando and see what happens."
Yeah.
So he fast travels to me, and he says he was going to find a treasure, one of the treasure maps that you get, the 9,000 treasure maps you get.
God damn, I haven't done.
So I was like, "Oh, I've got that treasure map too. I'll go with them, and we can both get the treasure. Whatever. It's right by my base."
Yeah.
So we go to the treasure location. It's like a camp. We had to search the woods for it, and it was just like a little tent in the woods, basically. And below the spit with the meat on it, there was a pile on the ground, and you have to dig at it. And when you dig at it, it uses your map, your treasure map, and you get items out of it. So we go there and we dig at the thing, and he's like, "Here, you can have some treasure maps." And he gave me like...
Oh, yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, he gave me like 50... It was like a bunch of treasure maps.
So you can just keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, so you can just keep doing it over and over. And I was like, oh. And the thing about it, too, is like, when you do it, the other person standing next to you also gets the items in the thing.
No shit.
Yeah. So so we did that, and we got a boatload of items. I had 1,600 pounds of items.
Jesus Christ.
But they were just like regular guns and stuff.
Yeah.
They weren't like legendaries or anything like that. So I slowly walked my fat ass back to the train station, and I started scrapping them all, because like most of it was like stuff I couldn't use.
Yeah.
I think I got like 2 pieces of armor out of the whole deal that I wanted, and everything else I just scrapped. But while I was scrapping all that stuff, I got disconnected over 20 times, just trying to get it out of my inventory.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So don't use the dupes if you get them.
Yeah.
Like, I just came across it by chance with that random guy, but yeah.
I need to do some of that, because I've got so many treasure maps, I haven't found a single
Well,
one.
if you have Forest Treasure Map too, I know where it's at.
I have a lot for the mire, it seems like, and that doesn't seem like a fun place to try to find a buried treasure.
No.
But that's something I should do. That's something I can look forward to.
But you just get mostly regular items.
That's what but
you don't get like good. At least I didn't when we did it. It's like,
but if I can get plastic and metal for it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of scrap basically for doing it.
I need again. I keep saying I need shotgun shells because I need fucking shotgun shells.
If anybody's out there that's got shotgun shells,
anyone duping shotguns? Okay, Bethesda, don't ban me.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say about the game.
But part of the problem with that too was like I scrapped all that shit,
and then there's no room for it.
I had nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
And none of the vendors have any money, so like half of it I just dropped.
That is an issue they need to resolve immediately.
Yeah.
They need to have at least 500 caps on each vendor.
Right.
And when you buy shit off the vendor, have to give that money back rather than just a small fraction of the the cost.
It seems like it's like 10%.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter if you're going to get it. What are you going to do if you have a shitload of caps? I mean, what's the problem with someone having a shitload of caps? They can fast travel places.
Yeah, and there's mostly nothing to buy in the vendors anyways.
Yeah, I mean, the plans, at this point, you get them all from doing events.
I guess
if you do enough events. Yeah, that would be the one thing. But again,
you have nowhere to put it.
Yeah, the inventory box probably isn't going up past 600 for the foreseeable future.
My inventory's been full since the beginning.
I've done pretty good until recently when I started farming for weapons, and now it's a problem. But I just need to make shit. I need to make ammo and get rid of a bunch of that bulk shit.
I have this weird bug too, where like I'll have enough space in my inventory box for something, and it won't let me put it in there. So I don't know if it's because of the weight reduction stuff on my items. Like
that's exactly what it is.
Is that what it is?
I've had that problem too.
But even like I've even had the problem where like I'll have like 30 pounds of room, and I'll have like a 20-pound item and I can't put it in there.
Maybe it's just reading it as being heavier going into the box. It's something I can think of.
I had another weird glitch with weight too. Is like I have a perk to reduce 90% of the big guns items weight, and I put a couple of them in my box, and I immediately gained like 60 pounds like on my character.
Jesus.
But I should have only had like 2 pounds from the item that I had. So it like wasn't registering the perk to reduce the weight for my big gun.
Was this before the update that they fixed?
No, this was like last night or the night before.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just figuring out what's going on with that. I don't know if it like didn't re-register when I signed back in, or I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some glitch with the weight.
So yeah, I guess it's still an ongoing thing. I don't think we're really going to podcast about it anymore because there's not a whole lot else to say other than the fact that failed experiment. I mean, that is really
still
what
enjoyable.
It is. It's enjoyable, yeah. But
yeah.
You gotta be playing it for a specific reason to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can't just hop in and think, oh, this is going to last me forever, and it's like, no, it's going to bore the shit out of you in a month.
Yeah.
Not even a month, probably. Because the beta, I mean...
I think a lot of the problems with the quests and the loneliness feeling of it is really apparent to people who have played other Fallout games.
Yeah.
Because, we've both played all the other ones, so it's like when there's not NPCs like in every place you go to, or...
Yeah, when you like start Fallout 3, it's just like there's just shit and people everywhere.
Right, and then it's just desolate in 76.
I mean, the only reason it makes sense is because it's so far soon after the nukes, and we had all the warring factions with the respawners and all that. So
it does make sense.
It's just in execution, it's not great.
Yeah.
And I think they were relying on most people playing it like an online game, which I think a lot of people just aren't.
I think they're gonna... I thought I read about they're gonna be adding player vending to the game.
Yeah, that's been a rumor for a while.
I think that'll be interesting.
But at the same time, it seems like something that they can exploit.
Yeah, you have to have your base in a location where you interact with other players, whether you want to or not.
And risk being just killed.
Yeah, I think they
not
should.
That they can take anything from you, but
I think they should make like they're adding a PvP only or PvP unrestricted server or a mode or whatever. I think they should add one where there's no PvP.
Yeah.
I would play on that all the time.
Yeah, I have no interest in engaging. If I did, I could go to the server and be like, just dick around for a while.
Yeah, I have no interest in people just leveling my base when I'm halfway across the map for no reason.
That's stupid.
And
and then give you a bullshit answer.
Yeah, and the biggest problem I have with that too is like I had base defenses. I had level 3 home defense, and I had rocket turrets on my base, and they did nothing to the guy attacking my base.
Did we see what level he was? I had to have seen what level he was, but I can't remember.
He was over 100 something. Yeah. I think he was 150. But
I just remember seeing the 400 bounty on him like that. It could.
Yeah. I still wonder what he was doing. Because he immediately disconnected after he leveled my base.
Just being a dick.
I don't know. Maybe hop to another server and let one of his friends kill him to collect the caps.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if people do that, just like rack up a big bounty and then collect the caps.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Don't take that idea out there. If you see Zig Apocalypse, leave him alone. I got a big nuke.
Yeah, I was thinking about giving out my gamer tags on these podcasts, but I just don't know if that's a good idea. Don't know who's going to end up being.
You won't see me on the server because I just block everybody.
At the same time, kind of easy to figure out my gamer tag, so.
Yep.
It's pretty much what I'm called on everything except for Twitter, where I am permabanned. So, I think it's about time to take a break from Fallout 76, though, because I will be playing the fuck out of Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Oh, looks so good.
It looks so good. I think the demo was PS4 only.
Did you get the demo?
I don't know. I couldn't find it. I didn't know. I thought maybe it was an exclusive to the PlayStation. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Is it really?
I don't know. I just couldn't find it on the Xbox. So.
Oh. No, I didn't look for it. I've just been too obsessed with Fallout.
Yeah. But if there's anything to get me out of Fallout for a while, it's Resident Evil 2, because it is still to this day my favorite Resident Evil. I mean, it's just hands down the best.
I think that's probably most people's.
4 is like nips at its heels in some ways, but as an overall experience, just the story and Ada and everything, and the whole story behind the scientist and all that stuff, it's just so well written. And it following up the first Resident Evil, where that's like so isolated and everything, and then even though this is still isolated in the police department, but it feels more open because you're in Raccoon City rather than in some desolate mansion in the middle of nowhere with Albert Wesker. Going back to Fallout 76, speaking of supernatural, where the fuck are the cryptids?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I haven't ran into the alien since the beta.
I have not found Flatwoods Monster. I have not found. There's another one.
I've only seen 2 Mothmen, and one is because of the event. And then there was the stalking Mothman I found twice, but there's like 4 other versions of the Mothman, I think.
Yeah, I found one of the Mothmen, and I thought I killed him, but then I looked in the challenges, and it didn't give me the kill for him.
Yeah, you got to be very swift.
And I didn't find his body either, so... Like, he was done, because I was lighting him up with my 50 cal.
Yeah.
And, like, he disappeared and he was gone.
Yeah. I killed one, and I didn't get much from it.
No.
It was satisfying, though, because he's a son of a bitch. Those stalking ones, it's just like, because they're just like peering at you in the distance, and it's like, you bastard. Because you can just see the red beady eyes, and you're like, oh, okay.
Which other ones count as the cryptids? The Snallygaster? Does that count as
Snallygaster's a cryptid, and Grafton Monster.
Grafton Monster is,
yeah.
too? I thought there was another one. And I still haven't found a Behemoth Supermutant. I've not seen one.
Well, me and Josh went to fight one while we were all playing one night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was when we were all in the mire. And Josh was like, I'm going to go kill this behemoth. I'm like, I'm right behind you. I've probably killed like 4 of them.
Oh, really? I haven't...
Well, there's one that specifically... I'll have to show you on the map. But it's, like I told you, it's... what's the guy's name in Fallout 4? That's in the middle of... God, what the fuck is the name of the town? He's in the fountain, and he's got his like head down.
Harold.
No, not Harold.
The plant guy?
No, he's a behemoth.
Is he from one of the other games?
He's from Fallout 4.
Oh, Swan.
Swan, yeah. There's a behemoth like him, and there's a lake. I can't remember where it is exactly, and he's just there with his head in the water, just like Swan.
Oh.
But he's not Swan. It's just a behemoth. Some guys tried to nuke it to see if anything fun would happen. Not a damn thing. It just turned him to glowing, and that was it.
Yeah.
There's one guy, I think it's Rifle Gaming. He's going around making videos on nuking different places. That's how I found out about the one that the Mananaga, how you pronounce that town, which does work. I've seen videos to where it's just an army of bloated glowing ones.
Nice.
But we didn't check to see what had spawned there, and it was mole men, and so it wasn't anything special.
Well, I wasted my nuke too. So.
What did you do it on? Oh, Charleston?
No, I did Lewisburg.
Oh.
Because there's always lots of ghouls, and it's like a confined area. So I thought there would be lots of ghouls, and there was nothing there. There was like just a little bit, and then over the hill there's a graveyard, and it got a few bloated glowing ones down there, and it was just a disappointment.
I kind of want to nuke. There's a fissure site that's way north on the map.
Yeah.
I kind of want to nuke it just to see what happens. Why not?
Yeah, nuke a fissure site. Don't. Or White Springs.
Yeah.
Save your nuke for where you're actually
The
going to
two, the White Springs, the Fisher Prime, and the Monongah Town are the only 3 that seem to produce anything.
Yeah. There's one
worthwhile.
down in the Ash Heap, too, isn't there? Fisher site, down the left.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think anything that's crazy is going to happen by nuking Rando Fissure site.
I bet there's a random spot where they added something cool.
You think someone would have found it by now? Because I'm watching YouTube Fallout videos nightly, just see if there's anything popping up.
I don't know. I would think they would probably add something, but who knows?
I mean, maybe down the road.
What about that, the workshop down in the spiked workshop with all the uranium? That might be interesting to see what happens.
I bet the Rifle Gamer is probably on that. I bet he's going to do that. I didn't even think about that. But there's only one enemy down there. It's just that one lonely Snallygaster that's hanging out in the fucking just pool of rads.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anywhere well, you can't do Deathclaw Island,
No,
right?
you can't do the forest.
It's forest, yeah.
Because I would nuke the amusement park.
That would be fun.
Someone nuked around the space station. The space station was in the blast zone. I didn't even bother going up there because I knew nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, there's only super mutants there.
Yeah.
And there's like only 6 of them.
Because that Rifle Gaming guy nuked the space station and nothing was there.
That's so
Yeah, I know. It's so ridiculous.
It looks the space station looks cool, but it's just like there's nothing there.
Yeah, and I've found locations. I found one in the mire where you need a key code to get in somewhere, and I've read that just doesn't exist. It's like in the code, but that's something that's going to be added later.
Yeah.
And it's right outside of the giant tree where you get to climb up and shit.
Yeah, I would need to go back there because I want to look at that some more.
And I guess you can get inside something. And there's like just a shitload of the cave crickets in there and shit, but I can't find it. But when I'm there, it's always night and you can't see shit.
Yeah.
So I need to go there during the day because the mire is a fucking shit show at night.
Yeah, like I think my next priorities are like finishing Brotherhood, just so I can get all the main quest lines done, and then hunting the cryptids. And then I'll probably teeter off on it for the most part.
Hunting the cryptids, you're just going to run around. Because there's not
gotta be somewhere to find them. There's got to be a way.
And every time I found the Flatwoods monster, he just disappears. I get one shot and he's gone. Like I've only seen him twice, and the 2 times maybe it's because I like sniped him.
What if you use a cryo grenade on him or freeze him somehow?
Well, maybe I just need to go up to him next time and like. Because maybe it's because I'm sniping him from so far away that he's just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Oh, where did you find him at?
Just random spots. One time I found him.
Was it by Flatwoods?
No. One time I found him in the, like, right on the edge of the Savage Divide in the mire.
Oh, weird.
And then another time it was south of Deathclaw Island, like in that area down there, like in between Deathclaw Isle and the Mothman Museum. Oh. I was just running around. I was like, is that purple?
There's not much up that part of the map.
No, that part of the map eats shit.
Maybe you just got to run. Maybe that's why it's that way, so you just have to run around in the woods.
I guess so. Because, like, I remember when I found the lumber mill, and I was like, ooh, cool, this is a really big spot. There ain't shit there.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? I don't get it. And the super mutants are, like, level 5.
Yeah.
So it's horseshit.
Yeah.
There's like
hammer on them.
Just the rando power armor you can find with like T45 shit on it.
Yeah, I hate that about the power armor too. Is like you scrap the parts and you never get mods for them.
No, and you don't even get that much. You get like 3 steel and 1 modded plastic.
Well, the thing I hate too is like I have the Powersmith perks like maxed out, and that lets you craft the mods for the power armor, but you can't get any of the power armor mods.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of having it?
See, I get all those mods, but I don't use any of the perks, so they end up getting scrapped. I should pay more attention to what they are.
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
Emergency protocols for XO1. It like boosts your damage resistance and stuff when you're really low, and it automatically uses stimpaks and stuff like that, like the medic thing, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole page that lists all the XO1 mods and all that stuff.
I just wanted the Vault Boy helmet. Or the blue light.
I saw it one day at one of the things, but I've already got like the super bright on mine. The super bright XO1 light.
Which, nice. Thank God they fixed the light.
That was awful.
The headlamp was useless. It was like having one of those little miniature flashlights.
Right.
That's all it was. It just produced a tiny circle in like the inner part of the screen. And like most of the circumference around it was just still dark.
Yeah.
Fucking
Thank
bizarre.
God they did that.
So, yeah, we'll see how much more I get out of it. When they get the vaults open, I'll definitely check it again. I am into farming now. I want to get
Oh, yeah, you're
weapons.
trying to do the... farming. I thought you meant like farming the crops.
No,
I was like,
no,
that's
no.
Jen's territory.
No, legendary
Jeez, yeah.
farming. Because I want to find some of this shit that people are getting. I have my finally just now got a 2-shot weapon for the very first time in the entire game. It took this long.
It kills your accuracy with it, though. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not.
It really truncates the accuracy on it.
Well, luckily the accuracy with the
But if you're
those
vatsing
rifles,
with
yeah.
if you're vatsing with the critical, then it doesn't really matter.
No, because that's an automatic hit. So
Yeah.
especially with the black powder rifle that does 500 damage. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna kill that fucking Deathclaw that's in that cave. A fucking asshole. Fuck him. Might have to do that tonight, just to say fuck him. Because he was an asshole. I didn't say I just went in the cave and I was like, I thought it was gonna be really cool because it's that cave that has a face on it.
Yeah.
I
I
was
still
like-
haven't been there. I'm waiting to go there.
You just
I
go
haven't
in.
gotten around to it.
There's a waterfall, and then the Deathclaw comes down the waterfall.
Oh, I'm gonna bring in the big fat man.
Yeah, he's
just launch one at him.
There's
blow
also
myself up and
there's a I don't think it's a disposal site, but there's something there, and like when you go inside, there's just stacks of cans of rad. And then when you finally go around to one side, there's a nest, and there's it's a really small hallway.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
right in
you
the
go
middle.
in, and you look to your right, and all of a sudden, epic Deathclaw, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm in a tunnel underground, but I finally got out, and I
it seems like they
criticaled him
upped
to
the
death.
rads in the nuke zone too. Just random. I thought
Again,
because I used to run around in my excavator in the nuke zones and fine, and now it's like the meter goes up fast with it now.
yeah, I had problems the other night when White Springs was nuked, but I was also in my nuke coal armor for some stupid fucking reason. No, it was an excavator. Now that I think about it, because I thought I was going to get some weapons and didn't get shit. So, all right, well, I guess we are more than an
final
hour
thoughts?
in already. I just went by real fast.
Yeah, I did.
Final thoughts on Fallout 76? Work in progress, I guess. It's really all you can
It's
say.
definitely polarizing.
Yeah, there's no doubt
to
about
say
that.
the least.
The problem is, man, if they had just waited another 3 months, fixed some of this shit, they would have avoided so
I wonder
much
how
of the
much
negative.
they would actually found though, because they definitely would have found the duping stuff early.
Yeah, but it's just fixing all the bugs. I mean, it was all the bugs and shit like that really drove down the scores when it first came out.
And a lot of it was found in beta too. Which is,
So they could have saved themselves a lot of grief if they had just gave themselves an
Got
extra
out those
3 to
damn
6
handbags.
months. I mean, instead of it's the difference between because they're I think Metacritic's at 50 or under now.
yeah, it's bad.
I mean, they could have saved themselves. They could have maybe been in the high 60s, which would have made a huge difference in the end.
Yeah.
And now they're just stuck. That game is just going to be rated shit for all of time now because
I almost think it was like doomed at the start, like when they announced it.
Yeah.
As soon as they announced the multiplayer Fallout, people were shitting on
You know
it
what?
right away.
What's really bad is if you go back and watch the press conference at E3, Todd Howard, everything he says is a fucking lie almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't gone back and
It's
watched
just ugh, that's a tough look for Todd Howard. I mean, those memes live forever now. I mean, yeah.
I think they were honest about some of it, though.
They were
The
honest about some,
PvP
but
and
at the same I mean, it was just
no
they
NPCs
promised a lot and delivered on none of it.
Huh.
Because they were talking in terms this was going to be a huge, the grandeur of the game was going to be epic, and it was anything but. I mean, I could tell 5 hours into the beta, this ain't working. I mean,
Yeah.
because I just, first thing I did in the beta was I ran off and did my own thing up north when you're supposed to go to the Overseer's camp. And I knew right away, I was like, what's going on? Because there's nothing here. This is empty.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew that going in, but when you felt it for the first time, you're like, yeah, this feels wrong.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, too, is when you're looting, you're not going to find a legendary weapon or something. So it's you're just there to loot scrap.
And the vendors are, again, in theory that should work. They fucked it up. The shit that matters costs too much, and they limit you so wildly on how many caps you can get, especially early on in the game. Because you want those plans to build your base. They fucking advertise the base building portion of this game in a big way.
Yeah.
And it is fun, but it's a lot better than Fallout 4. That's for fucking sure.
Oh god,
That's like the one
I have
thing
issues
about
with the
that.
base building.
I have issues with it too, but compared to Fallout 4,
The turrets are hot garbage all over.
yeah, I have like level 10 mongrels destroying my turrets. That should not be the case.
You know what I've done recently? I just line my base with the ground spikes. So any of the ground animals that run up to the base, they just die on the spikes on the
Nice.
ground.
I
But
should do that.
and I don't put any turrets in my base because they cost too much.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of
And they
the
also
budget.
draw enemies to the base.
Do
so,
they now?
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of my problem.
Well, yeah, and part of the problem too is like I'm by Somerville, which is where all the super mutants always are, and they shoot at my base from all the way in the city, like way far away from my base, farther than my turrets can see them.
yeah.
So my turrets don't even shoot them, and then they just constantly ping at my base. And so I have to go wipe them out like every time I join.
And I have still never ran into any plans that give me the other turrets. I'm still stuck on like the one turret that you get.
I think you
in the
just
beginning.
need home defense level.
Is that
leveled
it?
Up. Yeah.
Oh.
You just need to level up home defense. I've got level 3 home defense, and you need basically that to get the good turrets. I think level 2 you can get laser turrets.
Can you get surface to air missiles?
I don't think so.
That would be awesome if you fucking
get,
could.
You get rocket launchers.
I want the surface to air missiles.
That would be awesome. I've got the cannon, the cannon from like
yeah.
Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I haven't placed it because why would I? But
I'm sure it takes up like a huge amount of the budget.
yeah, the budget for turrets is ridiculous. You
Yeah.
can put like four rocket turrets.
And it makes
And that uses
the initial,
most of it.
when you're trying to get used to building the camp and figuring it out, it's a hassle when you don't understand how the budget works.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. And I had a bunch of shit randomly just in my budget that was like in the stored region.
Yeah.
No idea how any of it got there.
When that guy leveled my base, I had all the blueprints for my base, and I converted them to the pieces. And when that did it, it doubled everything in my inventory and skyrocketed my budget like way over the limit. And so I had to go through and scrap
I
everything.
was going to say, you got a lot of extra scrap out
Yeah,
of
I
it,
got a
though.
bunch of scrap out of it, but I had to rebuild everything from scratch.
Oh.
My schematics for my base were useless.
Don't be a dick, people. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You're going to grieve someone,
I had a
just shoot at them.
yeah.
Don't
I had a whole
destroy their
play session
fucking
where I
base.
just had to rebuild my base and move it to some random location.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with someone fuck with my shit. But I'm
You're off the grid.
Yeah, I'm like, I always, my bases are nothing special. It's very redneck how I do business. Like half the walls are just steel plats. And
I thought about making a trap base. You make a base where somebody goes inside and the door closes behind them and they can't get out.
I thought you tried that.
No, I had a garage door that opened with a pressure switch on the ground to open and close, but I don't know. With the level 3 home defense, you can get like radiation emitters, so you can trap them inside and just bombard them with radiation.
Can you get the you can get the spark from the ceiling
Yeah,
thing?
you can get that too.
Have you found the Back to the Future reference? It's the Pylon 151 site
Oh, that's a far south, right?
that's in the bog.
Oh, it's
I'll
it's
just
on the
leave
far
that.
right.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. It's
Nice. I'll have to check that out.
yeah. They tried to turn the monorail into a time machine,
Awesome.
but it's like reading about it's fun.
We had some fun screenshots jumping off the top of that monorail thing. That
Oh, God.
humongous
Yeah.
tower. Yeah, I was jumping off that and Jen was taking pictures.
God bless Power Armor. All right, well, we should probably wrap it up because this has been like an hour and plus. I can't believe it has. Yeah, again, maybe in the future we'll talk about Fallout when they have more content. But at this point, everyone knows what it is.
You
It's a
either
broken
like it
game. Yeah.
Or you don't.
We just figured we
Most
might as well.
people, yeah.
Yeah, last time we podcast about it was after the beta, before the actual game release. So we're like, let's just put a bow on Fallout 76 and be done with it, and talk about the other worlds when it fucking comes out and blows our balls off. Because shit, yeah, that game's gonna be awesome. God bless you, Obsidian. God bless you for just telling Bethesda to fuck themselves in the ass. Because that's the way I look at the Outer Worlds. I would almost like it's because that game, they have had to have been working on that for a long time.
It looks
Because it looks super finished.
Yeah, it looked good.
So it's like, I wonder if they were like thinking maybe like, okay, Bethesda will help us release this. And then when Bethesda was like, no, you can go. And Microsoft was like, hi, Bethesda, Microsoft here. And they're like, all right, well, we'll do it with Microsoft. And yeah, I kind of part of me wants to think that it's like a middle finger because it looks so good. Because Fallout New Vegas, God bless you, it's still my favorite. I love New Vegas so much.
I took a look at it again after not playing it for a very long time, and it's much better than I remember it.
Yeah, aesthetically, kind of rough.
Well, you can mod the shit out of it now.
Oh yeah, well I have it on Xbox, so I can't. But as the game, the story and everything in the game, and people complain about how that was a sparse world. I was like, it's the fucking desert. It's the desert.
It's a desert, yeah.
It's the Mojave.
But it's not really that though, because like
and it's a smaller map.
You can go to Jacobstown and there's forest and snow.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That's the super mutant.
And there's like
town.
the DLC is all fucking great in New Vegas. Yeah. The Sierra Madre is like one of the coolest fucking tales in gaming. I think I love the way that story. It sucks at the beginning when you're dealing with all the. What the hell are they called? Like the black ghouls or whatever. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've played it. But it's like, because it strips you of all your ammo. I mean, you go in there naked.
Scratch, yeah.
And it's really difficult to get into the Sierra Madre and be able to survive.
Yeah,
but once you do,
go back and play them all again. Because I haven't played all the DLCs for it.
I haven't either. I tried, recently I did the Pit in Fallout 3 and it just didn't catch my interest.
Yeah, the Pit was garbage.
Yeah, so I was like, not going to do that. But I think I did everything else.
Mothership Zeta's great, though.
Mothership Zeta's good. I loved Point Outlook. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Again, been a while.
The Hillbilly DLC.
Yeah. And even Fallout 4's DLC was good. I enjoyed... fuck, I can't remember these things. Nuka World was okay. The first one was really good, though. Far Harbor. Yeah. Or as I used to call it, since it's in Massachusetts, Far Harbor. Yeah, Far Harbor was great. I like Nuka World, but it should came out earlier. They should have been the first DLC.
Yeah.
They should have ended the DLC run with Far Harbor.
Yeah.
Far Harbor.
They had great power armors in it.
Mm-hmm.
2 good power armors. They had the Quantum power armor and
the Vim.
The Vim, yeah.
I love the Vim power armor and that green color. Fantastic. All right, so with that, we're going to wrap this up. I don't know when me and Creepy Pete are going to be doing Local 58, but it's going to be soon because we're jacked up about it now. And, 2 Chillcasts in a week recorded. That's different. Hopefully I can keep up the good work and keep putting out content. And do you know about what I'm going to do for Drink of the Past next? The video store. The video store. It's just going to be about the old video store culture.
Old classic.
We're going to it's going to be because John Thompson Spencer worked at Sunnycrest.
Oh yeah.
And just all the stories about Sunnycrest and Monticello Video.
We used to fuck with Sunnycrest. We used to go change their signs.
It would be a fantastic podcast because
nobody knows about the video stores anymore. They're gone.
I know, it's why it's something to talk. It's why I drink to the past.
Nice.
Because when I do actual games, no one gives a fuck.
Right.
Like when I did the Final Fantasy IV retrospective, it's just me and John Thomas sucking Final Fantasy IV's dick, and everyone else is just like, we've already heard about Final Fantasy IV endlessly over the years, so come up with something better. So that's why I'm trying to do stuff like this. That's why I did Tales from the Couch.
Nice.
When it was all about couch play and things like that, to where we can encompass all sorts of stuff. Even though I still can't believe Spencer did not think of North and South when coming up with NES games that were couch play.
Ooh, I love North
One
and
of the
South.
fucking best games ever. Wouldn't fly in 2019, but
waiting for the next good couch play, Borderlands 3.
Is it coming?
From what I understand, I don't know. It might be vaporware at this point.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
I've lost all faith in Square Enix to deliver on Final Fantasy VII, so... I said that about Final Fantasy 15 too, though, and then when Final Fantasy 15 came out, loved it. Actually rebought it on the Xbox One. So I gotta get rid of my PS4. That thing is collecting dust now. So, trade that in and get something else. All right.
PS4?
What now? Huh?
You said your PS4?
Yeah, it's a brick.
Oh. I might buy it from you.
Dude. I'll talk about that off the air.
Okay.
So we'll be back. Enjoy everything. I think last time I signed off by telling everyone to go watch Saved by the Bell. For no reason.
Zach Morris.
Me and Creepy Pete had been drinking, and we were having a good time. So we will see you next time on the Chillcast. I'm ChiliCheeseJay, that is Zig, and we're gonna do some shit now.
Peace.
Bye.